excited. I actually was probably more on the depressed side. They kind of said that I had chronic fatigue syndrome, had pain in my body, fear, lots of worry. And I don't have that anymore. My clients and I, we're kind of creating a tribe of being the Energizer Bunnies and being with unlimited energy and creativity. So my journey started out in the health field as taking x-rays. And working in the health field in the hospitals, I really got to see what the body looks like from the inside out. And I got an idea of how the doctors treat each individual person. And that was all I knew, but I also did yoga and meditation. So I was also coming from it with different eyes. So from there, I became a massage therapist, and I became a Bowen therapist. And even though as much as I love massage doesn't always do enough for the body. So I went on to learn what's called Bowen Therapy. And Bowen Therapy is a neuromuscular repatterning of the body. So what does that mean? I don't get that, right? So what happens is in a Bowen session, it works every system of the body. In order for you to get the same effect in a Bowen session from some kind of massage, you would have to get a massage, which works the muscles. You would have to go to a lymphatic drainage person who works the lymphatic system. You would have to go to a Reiki person to work the energy part of the system. Where Bowen Therapy does it all at the same time, so you get longer lasting results. Now, why does that matter? When you have clients who are coming in week after week, that their pain that they've had for 5, 10, 15 years is gone, that's exciting. And it's not gone for one day or 1 week. It's gone. It doesn't come back. Not only that, but they're sleeping better. They have more energy. We don't get sick. My kids are in the public school system. There's germs everywhere. We don't get sick. We don't get the flu. So after a while, I started wondering what was really going on with the body. So there were still people who would come into my office, and Bowen Therapy massage didn't help. So I took some hypnosis classes, but there was one day when I was so enraged and angry, and I couldn't get out of it. You know when you're so angry, you just want to kill somebody? So she said, let's do something called emotional freedom technique or tapping. And I said, yeah, whatever, let's try it. In 1 hour, I was no longer angry. I did not want to kill somebody. I was actually fine with the situation. I was over it, and I moved on. Because what happens during an emotional freedom technique or tapping is we tap on acupressure points, which immediately affect the subconscious mind, which releases the nervous system and relaxes it. So that gets you out of that fight or flight mode. So, I'm so sorry. So again, what does that mean for us? So what I've learned is that was the final piece to help people really heal their bodies naturally. Because there's an inner story that's going on in our head that no matter what kind of therapy you do or what lotion you take or what medication you take, the body can't, that's not the reason it's in pain. That's not the reason it has an illness. So for example, I had a client come in recently who had started a rash on her ankles 5 years ago. And she went to every doctor, she tried every lotion, and somebody said, you should go see Jackie and ask her about EFT. I never had anybody come in right off the bat starting EFT for a rash. So in our first session, it came up that 5 years ago she wanted to break up with her boyfriend. She wanted out. But she couldn't get out because he injured himself. So she stayed there to heal him, to help him. And that's when the rash started. So there's a woman, Louise Hayes, who has a reason for every illness out there. When you have a rash or any skin issues, you ask yourself, who's getting under your skin? Well, it was her boyfriend. So we did the session, and you know, she came in 2 weeks later for another one. I said, so how'd it go? It was almost completely gone. Well, it was completely gone, and then her boyfriend came back. and the rash came back.
Wow.
But not as bad as it was before that. So we did another session, and we uncovered some abuse that she had experienced in her life, which brought up the same pattern that she was getting in her relationship. She didn't feel worthy enough. She didn't feel that he respected her. Everybody took advantage of her. So we cleared all that out, and the next time she came in, she said that actually she was falling back in love with the man that he was, because he had changed. Her energy toward him has changed, so in return, his energy toward her and reaction toward her changed. So she was kind of in limbo. Now she didn't know what she wanted to do. So underneath all our aches and pains, there's another story. So once you uncover that story, your whole life changes. And that's just one. I had a gentleman who was very old, well, not very old, he's in his 80s, and takes cholesterol medication, so he's very weak in his knees. So the first time he came in 3 sessions ago, I almost thought I was going to break my back because he couldn't get up and down on the table. He was like this. I was going to have to call somebody, and I said, you know what, we got to try something else. I did tapping on him, and it uncovered a lot of moments in his life when he was never able to speak up and have control for what he wanted. The next time he came in, he was running down the hallway with his walker so very fast, he got up and down on his table. I'm like, oh my God, what happened? I don't know, I went to the gym and I started working out. So there's so many other ways to heal your body and your mind naturally so that you can get more creative, get back in touch with the person you are so that you can live your life finally and get to know who you are. Thank you.